We interrupt this BrickWall Horror Month for a special review. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and I know it's BrickWall Horror Month, but I saw Black Adam. Yeah, that's right. I saw Black Adam. Hold on. Wait a second. Something's not right here. Okay. So I saw Black Adam yesterday, and I'm here to talk about it. Before I get into it, remind you guys to go ahead and hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, and follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at BrickWall_Live if you want to follow us there, and Twitch. We're also on Twitch. I do a Twitch stream every Thursday night with a few of my friends. We get on here, we talk a lot of talk, and we say a lot of things, and we try to answer the mysteries of the universe. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you guys tune into that. This Thursday, we're back with another new episode, so make sure you guys are here for that. But other than that, I ain't got much else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this Black Adam review because this movie here, let me tell you something. Dwayne Johnson was saying for 2-3 years, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. He's been saying that forever, and honestly, after seeing this movie, I completely believe him. This was the best DCEU movie I've seen in theaters since Birds of Prey, which was the last DCEU movie I've seen in theaters. And by DCEU, I mean like the connected universe, not like the like the Batman and all that, which isn't connected to the main timeline. But this movie was great. I had an amazing time watching it. Obviously, we already know this movie stars Dwayne Johnson, but in addition to The Rock bringing it all to the film and to the audiences and electrifying people worldwide, there's also Sarah Shahi, Noah Centineo. Y'all know I'm bad at pronouncing names, my bad. Who plays Atom Smasher, Pierce Brosnan, who plays Dr. Fate, Quintessa Swindle, who plays Cyclone. And wow, I didn't know she was in this movie. I'm not going to spoil that though, because I don't even know what part she played. Looking at the rest of my cast list, y'all know me. Aldous Hodge is Hawkman. Marwan Kenzari, I said Quintessa already, and Bodhi Sambangui. And I know I probably messed that name up. And also, come on, everyone already knows Viola Davis continues to get the easiest paychecks of her entire career by playing Amanda Waller once again in this film. Last time we saw her was in The Suicide Squad, which was the James Gunn directed somewhat sequel to the Suicide Squad from 2016. Okay, so this movie here, right? Black Adam. Yo, listen. I went into this movie thinking, okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be pretty tight. It's gonna have some action in it. It's gonna be pretty, what I'm saying? It's gonna be dope. But yo, listen. So Black Adam, for those of you who don't know, Black Adam, he's pretty much an anti-hero, right? He's not really good. He's not really bad. He's pretty much just services what he believes is the best thing. And he does not hold back on the kills. So going into this movie, I'm like, all right, well, they're going to probably do something where he's not going to be as vicious and as brutal. I mean, it's Dwayne Johnson. After all, he's a brand. He's not going to be like, oh, I have to be evil for the whole time. I'm like, he's not going to go but so far. But yo, listen, this movie does not let up on the brutality of Black Adam. Like, I heard that it's been said, matter of fact, not even I heard, it's been said that this movie had an R rating and that they went 4 rounds with the MPAA to get it down to PG-13. And this movie was still vicious. Like, it was still vicious. I was like, yo, this is wild. Like, they pushed the limit of PG-13, which I love that. I love that. They went right to the threshold and many things. Like, I would love to see the R-rated cut of this movie because I know that version goes extra hard. This one went hard, and I know an R-rated version of this movie is going to go extra hard. I hope we get that on like the DVD, Blu-ray release. I might buy that. I ain't going to lie to you. I've been trying to build up my collection back up anyway, physical media, physical media is king. That's what we need to invest in again. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But I would definitely buy Black Adam on Blu-ray, especially if there is an extended R-rated director's cut. Oh, I would kill to see that. So anyway, this pretty much follows Black Adam. He's awakened in modern times, back in his homeland of listen, I ain't going and it's been requested that I not dive too much into spoilers during this review. So I will do my best to adhere by that. Kahndaq. Okay, so Kahndaq. That's where Black Adam's from. He's pretty much awakened in modern day. And it's really interesting what this movie does, right? So this is really something that's really interesting about it. And again, I'm not going to do a lot of spoiling, but so where you would usually have something like, okay, this he awakens to fight against an ancient evil, which I really thought the direction that this movie was going to go. That I thought that's what it was going to be. Like, he awakens to fight an ancient evil, and then throughout the process, he learns to be a hero, right? It's not necessarily that, because the people who awaken, the people of Kahndaq, modern day Kahndaq, they're oppressed. They have think about how the Iraqians felt when America was invading Iraq back then, right? Think about how those other countries feel every time America steps into those countries and does their policing and militarizations and stuff like that. Think about that, and that's what the people of Kahndaq are going through in modern day. So, you get the Justice Society in here, which consists of Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Cyclone, Atom Smasher. So you get this team in there. They show up to Kahndaq to pretty much kind of figure out what Black Adam deal is. If they need to put him down, if they need to neutralize him, they need to consider him a threat, if they need to make him an ally, whatever the case may be, right? So when they step into Kahndaq, and this ain't really a spoiler, but this will kind of set up kind of like what your mindset can be going into this movie. When they go into Kahndaq, they're like, the people of Kahndaq are like, yo, pretty much they're saying like, yo, who the fuck are you? Y'all the Justice Society? Yo, y'all not helping us. Y'all wasn't here when people was in here militarizing this land, taking from us, oppressing us. Y'all wasn't over here trying to serve justice then. We got our hero, we got our savior, we got our person that, is going to stick up for us. And this and Black Adam, we got him. You know what I'm saying? He's here for us. He is actually serving us. He's doing something about these people who are coming in, taking over our land. He's actually doing something. What are y'all doing? Oh, but y'all want to step over here when y'all feel like it's a threat. Y'all want to step over here when it benefits y'all. And so they go off, and they go off on them in this movie several times. So the interesting thing is, like, this movie doesn't necessarily glorify heroes. It glorifies the fact that, hey, we need a savior. Hey, we need we need a savior. We need somebody to defend us. We don't need just some regular bougie uppity justice squad or whatever y'all call them, whatever y'all call yourselves. That was the most interesting thing about this movie to me. I love that angle that it took, because it took this from being a regular superhero movie where you have the regular same old plot beats and everything like that, to being more of a like, I don't know the words I'm looking for, but it took it in a different direction, pretty much, right? And that's something I like about it off rip. Was what it did. Hold on. Okay, I had to handle something real quick. But it took it in a whole another direction, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And again, like I said, the brutality of Black Adam and who he was, it wasn't really toned down. You can see the conflict didn't come from, oh, I have to decide whether or not I want to be a hero. The conflict didn't come from the people of his homeland saying, oh, you can't kill. It's not. Oh, I don't know why I did that accent. My bad. But oh, you can't kill. You can't do this and that. Or blah 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 blah. It's like the conflict came within him, trying to figure out if he's worthy of the power that he has. Not necessarily worthy, but if he's it's an interesting character. When you see it for yourself, you'll kind of understand what I'm trying to get at. But it does something very, very different from a lot of superhero films that you see, which all come from Marvel anyway. And it's just it's really good. It's really good. I love that aspect of it. The story gripped me in. You know what I'm saying? I did, like I said, I never felt like they were candy coating it, like they were trying to soften it up, like they were trying to be like, oh well, kids, Black Adam, you can't do that, kids. Or no, no, no. Like, it was showing that sometimes all of our superheroes don't have to be these Boy Scouts. Speaking of Boy Scouts, I'll get to that later. But they don't have to be all these Boy Scouts. They don't have to be these uh ultra righteous people. Sometimes they just gotta be as brutal as the people that they're going to stop. So outside of that, though, the action in this movie was really, really good. As you would expect, coming from Dwayne Johnson. What else in this movie was really good? There was so many things. Like, of course, they referenced the other DC characters, which was pretty funny. This movie does have ties to Shazam, obviously, because for those of you who don't know comic book history, which is fine. So Black Adam gets his powers from the same wizard that gave Billy Batson, aka Shazam, his powers. So you do see that, and I loved that moment when they showed Jimon Hansu reprising his role as the wizard. And my brother, because I took my little brothers with me, my little brother, he told me, he was like, oh, so that kind of goes into how the wizards died in Shazam. I was like, oh, they went over that in Shazam? He was like, yeah, and this actually showed it. I was like, wow, so it ties to Shazam. And I found out today that in Shazam, there's a reference to Black Adam, and the likeness of Dwayne Johnson is in that movie. So I haven't watched Shazam in quite some time. So I'm really excited to go back and watch Shazam. And I've been excited for Shazam 2, Spirit of God, which is coming out in March of next year. So I can't wait for that. And I honestly can't wait for the showdown between Shazam and Black Adam and he who shall not be named at this time. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Just wait. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. So, yeah, what else about this movie? Just like it was good. Like, no pun intended, this movie rocked. Like, I thought that this movie is really the direction that DC needs to continue to go. And then, like, reading up on some of the behind the scenes stuff today, I found out that this is actually the first part of the new direction that DCEU is going in. And I cannot be more excited because, listen, for those of y'all who really know, who really, really know, Marvel stories ain't shit compared to DC. DC has some of the best stories, has some of the best characters, has some of the best arcs. They are king. DC is king, bro. DC is really the king. They just been fucking up in the cinematic stuff. But watch some of the animated stuff on HBO Max and tell me that DC is not the top dog. Tell me DC does not have. Tell me you're not frustrated that DC is not top dog right now. DC has some of the best stories. I'm telling you. It's not just Batman who has dope stories. It's not just Superman who has dope stories. Flash has dope stories. Freaking Dr. Fate. Oh my gosh, I gotta talk about Dr. Fate. That's where I've been trying to get at. So Dr. Fate, y'all know me. First of all, okay, I hate to do this. Dr. Fate came out before Doctor Strange. Let me put that out there first, okay? That's number one. Number two, yo, Dr. Fate, y'all know I fuck with the magic. Y'all know I love the magic stuff. I love the sorcerers in Doctor Strange, and I love the magicians and any magic user on screen, even though we've really only gotten the sorcerers and Dr. Fate at this point, but I love to see that stuff. Dr. Fate went hard. And for y'all who are casual moviegoers, listen, Dr. Fate is going to be back, okay? I can tell you that for a fact. Dr. Fate is going to be back. His story is amazing. I love his story. The story behind the helmet and what it does. Oh, I love it. And I love every moment with him in there. Hawkman was freaking awesome, even though he got his butt kicked the whole movie. Atom Smasher was funny. Like, Cyclone was amazing. Like, the heroes in the Justice Society were awesome. Like, they were good. And I liked that they just were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see a background story on all of them. I would love to, but I don't need it. I would just settle for like a Justice Society spinoff when they just out just doing random fighting. You know what I'm saying? This is what DC is, right? Like, they don't have to give the backstory on these characters, bro. Like, they can do a Justice Society movie and just have like random little flat. Like, they don't even need that. They gave the backstories of the characters through sentences, through exposition. It wasn't draining exposition. They didn't need to show it. They told us, and it made sense, and I loved it, man. I love Adam Smasher was so funny. Him and Hawkman with you and me. When y'all see it, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. You and me. You and me. Like, that show was so funny, yo. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was it's like this. It's a little boy in the movie, of course, because we all gotta have a kid in these movies to serve as a catalyst or some type of relatability for the youngins in the crowd. Listen, I want that little kid to die the whole movie. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't like his ass. He was annoying. Him and that damn skateboard could go straight to hell. That's what I was saying the whole movie. Honestly, I was like, yo, him and that skateboard can go straight to hell. I didn't like him. But other than that, the whole movie was really, really good. I mean, I'm hoping that this is the start, that this is honestly and truthfully the dawn of a new era for DC films, because oh my gosh, I like Batman. Batman's cool. Y'all know, for those of you who know me for a long time, y'all know I've been a big Batman fan. Recently, I've been very much a Flash fan. You see it. Flash is my boy. I don't give a shit about what Ezra Miller's doing. I just want to see this Flash movie. All right, that's the only thing I'm gonna say about Ezra. I just want to see this. I would have been upset if this guy got canceled so close to. We were so close, we could have had that movie this year, but you gotta wait till next year. I'm so angry, but I'm so excited for this movie here. This is the guy. But anyway, I'm excited for what's coming next, man. And so now to get to the creme de la creme, now to get to the big moment that everybody knows about, just like everybody knew about the 3 Spider-Mans in No Way Home. This is the obvious thing. And it's not really a spoiler because it's been all over the place. All over the place. Literally, I typed in Black Adam on Google today, and that was like one of the first things that popped up. Superman returns. Henry Cavill, who played Superman in Man of Steel, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Batman v Superman, he is back. And I love it. I love it. I'm happy because I've recently started to get a little bit more into Superman from watching Superman and Lois and the Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was really Superman and Lois, though, honestly, on everything. It was really Superman and Lois that kind of pushed me over the, all right, I like Superman a lot more now. Like, Superman and Lois kind of really put me at that point. I'm kind of there on Superman. Superman and Lois is a great show. I gotta watch season 2. Make sure you guys do check that out. It airs on CW, but it's a good show. It's definitely a good show. Best Superman interpretation I've seen, honestly. And I've seen the animated movies. I'm like, yo, this is on par with that. But anyway, this is about Black Adam. So obviously there's going to be a Black Adam Superman showdown. One thing that I was put onto yesterday, going on Twitter, was that there is a storyline in the comics, and comic people, you already know this, don't kill me, but it's called Kingdom Come, and it's Superman, Black Adam, Shazam. They go at it. Matter of fact, there's a DC animated movie that is that exact story. I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't even know if it's on HBO Max, but I do remember that story. I do remember because I remember that animated version came out around the time Shazam was coming out, because they hype up Shazam, they're putting them in everything so you can kind of know and get familiar with them. But there is a Superman versus, there's a 3-way battle, kind of like a 2-way battle, really, because Superman and Shazam are on the same team and they fighting against Black Adam. But I'm like, yo, best way to get the best of both worlds, you have that storyline adapted. Because listen, you get to have Black Adam face off against Shazam. I love to see that. And Black Adam face off against Superman. Come on. We in there. That was amazing. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I love this. This movie went hard. When I say it went hard, it went harder than I expected. I was not expecting this movie to go that hard. Honestly, like, people get tossed. People get freaking electrocuted to death. People get bombs put in their mouths. People get ripped apart. Like, it's crazy. Like, this movie is crazy. They fight the literal devil in this movie. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, I was not expecting it, but I loved it. I loved this. And again, my standout character was Dr. Fate. Oh my gosh. It was exciting as hell to see Dr. Fate on screen like this. Like, I was excited when I saw him in the trailers. Like, I loved it. I was sold on Dr. Fate, honestly. Like, come on. I love that. I would love to see a Dr. Fate solo movie. Just saying. So, critically though, let's talk about critical reception real quick. I got a bone to pick with you critics, right? I'm already here a little longer than I want to be. I'm about to wrap this up in a minute. This has 39% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which is good. So here's my thing about that. Because, and I'm reading this from the Wikipedia page. I'm not going to get into any specifics about what the reviews are. Matter of fact, I really might. So, okay. The film received, and this coming from the Wikipedia page, the film received mixed reviews with criticism directed towards the screenplay and villain, while the action sequences drew polarized responses. Let me tell y'all something about this. And I really do. I didn't want to be that guy at first because I'm like, I don't believe in stuff like this. I really think there's a DC bias. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I think there's a Marvel bias because Marvel could have made this exact fucking same movie and everybody would be like, oh, it's amazing. Oh, 50%. Oh, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, this movie is so great. Oh, look at the action. Oh, the story was so different. Oh. This is such a good, like, this is better than a Marvel movie. Real talk. So, getting into then this is going to be my first time reading the specifics of what people are saying about this, why it has 39%. So, okay. The website's critics consensus reads, Black Adam may end up pointing the way to an exciting future for DC films, but as a standalone experience, it's a wildly uneven letdown. What the fuck does that even mean? No, come on, okay. So Katie Walsh of the Los Angeles Times wrote, the director does heroic work crafting a film around Johnson that is fast and entertaining. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, I'm reading something that someone gave it a B grade, which is good. It says, on its own merits, Black Adam might feel a little thin in terms of story, but it does deliver plenty of enjoyable moments and a solid ensemble to back up Johnson. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of it is how it might shake up the rest of the franchise going forward. Amazing. That's a good review. 3 out of 5 stars. Somebody says, to offer a grand unified theory of DC mixing family film tropes with a protagonist who straight up murders people. The result is sometimes a mess, but it's generally okay. All right. Okay. I think I'm a dull, listless superhero movie that hits all the expected touchstones of genre under the guise of a transgressive new anti-hero story. Through suffering from a repetitive plot beats and thin characters, is powered by Johnson's performance and his promise of an exciting future. Muddled, overstuffed origin story. Most disappointing of all, Black Adam is one of the most visually confounding of the major studios. Appealing, rapid-fire editing, and sisters. Okay. All right. So I will say this. There are a couple of edits in this film, or a couple of cuts that just like happen, like just out of the blue. Like there are parts where I was just like, well, wait, when the fuck did that happen? Or, did I miss something? I'm watching the screen the whole time. I'm just like, wait, did I miss something? Like there's things that just like happen, just like out the blue, just happen. So I will give it that much. Okay. But those are small things. This movie's still good, right? So the thing about it is I feel like I'm gonna hinge on the review that said and this is not a response video to anybody, but just like this is a movie about an anti-hero, right? This is somebody who's not as heroic as some of the heroes we're used to seeing, capes flapping, standing up, for truth, justice, and, not killing people and doing the right. But like I said, like with what happens and what transpires in this movie and what motivates the character, this makes sense. And it's refreshing to see someone that can be considered a hero be a bit brutal. It's just change the pace. If it would have been the same thing, everybody would say, "Oh, it's generic. It's the same thing. I'm so tired of it." But it's not. It's something different. It's something different, and it's something good. And you could tell that this was something that was worked hard on, right? So in that regard, this is a great movie. So me personally, though, right? So fuck the other critics. I ain't them. What am I gonna give this movie? I'm giving this movie a 4.9 out of 5 stars. Oh, 4.9 out of 5 stars. Don't say it was so amazing. Why are you giving it 4.9? Why not 5 out of 5 stars? BrickWall Hall of Fame. Why are you not doing that? Because I hated the boy in the movie. That's why. The boy in the movie brought this shit down. When you see the movie, you're going to see why I was so irritated by him. He should have died. Now, and with the choppy editing too, sometimes, and of course, this is one of those movies that play like the pop songs and stuff like, hip hop songs and stuff like that during some of the action sequences. They did kind of steal the Quicksilver sequence with him moving so fast and everything else in slow motion. Sonic did it, Quicksilver did it. I don't think anyone else should do it ever again. I know the Flash is going to do it, but it makes sense when this guy does it. But I hope they don't, because I would love to just see it. I don't know. So they need to pick something more innovative to show a fast-moving character doing things in fast motion while everything else is in slow motion. They kind of got to find a different technique for that, because it's starting to get a little old now. I'm pretty sure Sonic's going to do it in the third Sonic movie. So, it's getting a little old. But other than that, it was a good movie, a solid movie, 4.9 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend this movie. Make sure you go check it out. Black Adam now playing in theaters. You will have an amazing time. Shout out to you, Dwayne Johnson. Shout out to the DCEU. I'm hoping that we continue on the path upward to greatness. Can't wait to see what comes next. But that's all I have for you tonight, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, sticking with me. I've gone a little longer than I wanted to, but it was worth it. Make sure you check it out. Black Adam rated PG-13 in theaters now is 2 hours and I think 4 minutes. It's over 2 hours long, but it's a great 2 hours. Make sure you guys check it out in theaters now. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button down below. Comment, let me know what you think. If you saw Black Adam, did you think it was great? Do you think you think other critics are justified, unjustified? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it was great? Let me know down in the comments down below. Tune in. BrickWall Horror is not over. Got some other reviews coming for you. Make sure you stay tuned to the Instagram page at BrickWall_Live. I've been doing some mini reviews over there. Make sure you check those out, and make sure you stay tuned to the channel for the rest of BrickWall Horror. It's wrapping up this week because the spooky month is almost over. We got some heat. I got some heat. I think I got some pretty good stuff. So tune in. But thank you. And as always, stay easy, stay breezy. Peace.